Okay, friends, so welcome again to the third day of the Hack the New World Hackathon. Once again, I'll remind you that my name is Yaroslav and I'm your moderator for this final part. First of all, I want to really thank you all for attending to the hackathon for the last 3 days. It was really amazing work. A lot of jobs were done in the innovation platform, a lot of mentorship support, and a lot of work for the jury. So thank you all for attending. Today we have really great weather to announce the winners. So I'm not gonna waste a lot of more of your time. I'm gonna go through the short introduction again of the hackathon today. Then we will announce the final teams, the final 12 teams who will participate in the final pitching session. We will once again go through the prizes, and one insight for you, we have one new big, I will say huge prize to announce today. And we will go through the pitching, and then I will explain you how the final voting will go on. Also, my colleagues from the team will go through this part in detail. Right now, I've shared my screen, and if you may just tell me if you see the presentation. Do you see it? Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. So you see the timing. So we are starting at 4, and we are hoping to announce the winners at 7 p.m. So we will have a lot of time for pitching, and also a lot of time for jury to think who is the winner and who are the winners. So we will go through this in a few moments. Before that, I really want to announce again what are the prizes. So what are we fighting for today? So once again, the prize fund for this Hack the New World Hackathon is $6,000, angel investment opportunity, also a free booth at Startup Alley at the IT Arena conference as tickets for the team for the IT Arena conference. And once again, I do hope that we will have IT Arena 2020 this year. Also, we'll have one crucial thing is governmental support, and another big prizes we have is residency at Sigma Software Lab, and also what came today, we have a big prize from the Platforma coworking, more known in Lviv as Futura Hub coworking. The winning team will have a 6 months free residency for the whole team in the Futura Hub coworking center. So this is new that came today, and thank you again Platforma for joining our hackathon, for joining us with the prize. Now I want to once again announce the jury members and the jury members for this hackathon, because they made a crucial part for the whole 3 days, voting for your ideas and discussing them between the organizing team. So please welcome all of the jury members. Mikhailo Puzrakov, CEO and co-founder at Intellias, president at Lviv Tech Angels, and board member at Lviv IT Cluster. Volodymyr Cherva, managing partner and co-founder at Sigma Software. Andrew Pavliev, CEO and founder at ELEKS. Oleg Denis, executive vice president at SoftServe. Anton Skripnik, CEO and co-founder at KindGeek. Taras Verveha, board member at SoftServe. Andriy Moskalenko, deputy city mayor. Serhiy Kiralь, deputy Lviv city mayor. And Yannick Camarillo, country manager for ELEKS Estonia. Alexander Bornyakov, deputy minister, Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine. Klaus Sonnenleiter, CTO at ELEKS. Serhiy Belsky, head of research and development at ELEKS. Yerema Hrytsyshin, chief engineering officer at ELEKS. Artem Afian, leading partner at Yuskutum. Vasil Zadvorny, CEO at Prozoro. Viktor Gursky, founder at Social Boost. Thank you once again, our dear jury members, for being with us for these 3 days, and you will have a lot of work to do today. Also, I am reminding you that you will have an opportunity for the live QA session to the presenting team, so prepare your questions and listen and watch carefully. And also, I want to once again announce all the mentors who were working directly with the teams and gave them their support. So please welcome the mentors for the hackathon. Ivan Petrenko, executive director at Center for Entrepreneurship UKU. Oleg Zasadny, tech lead at NIX. Mai Duparov, senior product designer at TransferWise. Dima Valeyev, tech lead at Affirm. Kate Alexeyeva, front-end architect at NIX. Mikhailo Tis, lead software engineer at Axlis. Artem Kostenko, art director, UI and UX expert from Sigma Software. Trin Prim, head of startup team at Civita. And yeah, once again, we have some problems with slide sharing in Microsoft Teams, but I will just close it and read it aloud for you. So we have Mikhailo Borisov, once again our manager, R&D manager at ELEKS, Sofia Berinkova, head of sub services at ELEKS, Bogdan Hatalyak, senior project manager at ELEKS, Oksana Butsko-Stabelska, business analyst at ELEKS, Oros Shur, account manager at ELEKS, Taras Zakharkiv, head of business analysis office at ELEKS, Oros Dmitrasevich, program manager at ELEKS, Kristina Luchin, business development manager at ELEKS, Joao Rey, host and mentor at Garage 48, Serhiy Bataev, solutions architect at ELEKS, Uwe Poom, COO at Supplier Plus company, Leonid Chetverikov, senior DevOps engineer at ELEKS, Bogdan Tanygin, technical account manager at ELEKS, Alexander Holovy, business analyst at ELEKS, and once again Anton Skribnik, who was also a mentor, CEO, and co-founder at KNGeek. So once again, thank you all for being with us, being with all the teams for the past 2 days, working with them directly. And thank you once again for your time. And before I will announce the finalists, the final 12 teams and the sequence of which they will be pitching their ideas, once again, I want to thank you all organizers and partners for joining this hackathon, for investing also your time to this. So big kudos to IT Arena Conference, Lviv Tech Angels, and ELEKS as organizers of the Hack the New World Hackathon. And also big kudos to the partners, Lviv City Council, NIX, SoftServe, Intellias, Sigma Software Lab, Garage 48, Ministry of Health of Ukraine and Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine, and also our media partners, Lviv IT School, WA, and Zahidnet. And great thank you for all the organizing team who also gave their time and passion to work directly from the back office, from the background, to make this hackathon happen. So, as I mentioned before, in a few moments we will start the pitching. How the pitching will look like: each team has 3 minutes of pitching and 5 minutes of Q&A, so questions from the jury members and options for their answers. I will be the timekeeper, and I'm not a really strict timekeeper, but if the time runs out, I will say you that and I will stop you. If you are in the middle of the sentence or in the middle of explaining something, I will give you some time to finish the sentence or your explanation, but nothing more. So I will stop you, I will mute you. So be prepared to that, and also try to stick to the timing, because we have a bunch of great teams and we don't have a lot of time, because we all don't want to finish tomorrow's morning, because the work is starting from Monday. So be prepared to that. And to go quickly through the final teams, I will name the team, and also I will name what they're working on right now, about their ideas. So please welcome Team Agreed Solutions. It's a platform for creating legal documents in real time. Team BAKS, an app for tracking insulin levels in people with diabetes. Team Chat Bog, recording spontaneous thoughts and structuring them in a diary. Team Distant.Travel, an online travel platform. Team Dance, a platform for dancing parties and entertainment for people from all over the world. Team Kolo.Track, a solution that will help farmers to obtain appropriate certifications for business development. Team Limpio, a chatbot for psychological counseling. Team Net Hope, a mobile app that contains the latest data on diseases in Ukraine. Team Occult, a device that identifies car headlights with the signals, replacing personal communication between businesses and customers. Team Right Now, a taxi service that connects drivers and passengers in real time. Team SafeMenu, a chatbot for generating menus for restaurants. Team Thermal Camera, a device for automatic temperature measurement. And Team Zanoza, a solution for systematizing the state platform for schools and universities. So those are the finalists for this hackathon, and our colleagues made a randomizer for the sequence of how the teams will start. And for now, I want to welcome the representative of Team Dines or Dins. They will be pitching as first team. So are you here, guys?
Yes, we are. Thank you, Yaroslav. Thank you.
So guys,
Um,
please prepare for
yeah.
sharing. Once again, I am the timekeeper. So once you will start presenting, I am switching on my timer for 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes of presentation, then I will stop you. So be ready for that. And okay, let's start, and good luck. Once again, I will start once we'll start talking about the project.
All right. First of all, I apologize for not turning on my camera. My laptop has a few problems right now. But we are Team Dance. the problem we're solving right now is the aggravation of mental instability due to social distancing and lack of social interactions. After COVID-19, our vision is to address a very famous problem, which is loneliness. And 3 out of 5 people are lonely and feel lonely in the world. We create a space where people from all over the world get together to dance, meditate, dine, and do many activities like discussing and criticizing books and movies. In addition to that, celebrities and musicians can live stream their concerts, which can no longer be attended in person. Competitors, we have Omegle, Zoom, and FaceTime mainly. But we are different in terms that we introduce new friends from everywhere and on demand. We keep it clean from bots and people who are not nice. We organize activities with suitable room sizes for each activity, and we bring back musical festivals and concerts. Our roadmap looks like this. First of all, we're gonna turn our prototype into an MVP after the hackathon. We're gonna rotate and according to user feedback, of course. We're gonna introduce a viral growth hack, which is a referral system. And we're going to offer multiple languages in order to prepare for a global expansion. And then in order to sustain the business, we're going to introduce a freemium business model. We are going to use the grant to develop our MVP, get the word out there about this platform, and build the traction and retain a sustainable user base. Okay, so let's jump into our demo. We have the site live here. You can go to it yourself and try it on. It's very basic right now. You get to see the activities available, like meditation, dining, doing fitness, etc. Very basic. You click enter space on any activity you like, and you get to join the room specific for that. Just like this. You can see me talking. Okay. Our team. I am alone in the team right now. I tried to find a software developer to join me, but unfortunately that didn't work out in the hackathon. I am 21 years old from Palestine. I study computer science and business administration. I have 3 years of professional experience with security analysis and software development, and I founded 3 startups. 2 of them are ongoing right now. So I get to hone my business, marketing, and leadership skills too. Thank you for listening, and truly thank you for this hackathon opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. You're really great on time. We still have 10 seconds and I will just get them from you. And okay, the jury members, please unmute yourself and ask questions. I'm counting again the 5 minutes. So please, who wants to go first with the question?
Okay, I will start. You named Zoom as a competitor, so that seems strange because on Zoom probably you cannot find new people, new friends. So my question is whether how did you look for competitors? Whether you made a good research? Probably there are other platforms or I don't know social networks where you can find new friends. Did you search for them?
Yeah, so I searched for them and I included Zoom because some people consider that talking to strangers is not the way to do it. They use Zoom for talking to friends, hosting these dancing sessions over Instagram, for example, especially with influencers. So I included Zoom as a competitor. And for social networks to meet friends, there are actually existing ones, but they have many issues which should not be existing in my platform. They face bots, very like not nice people. They don't have such a like a platform where you can find many activities. These ones are just for chatting with strangers without camera, without mic. Yeah. Please let me know if I answered your question.
Yes, but just a comment. So probably the other side where you can find new people should be mentioned as competitors.
Of course. I will take a note right now and I will add it after the hackathon. Of course. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We still have 3 minutes. So jury members, if you have any additional questions, you may jump in.
Yeah, Actually, my name is Irama My question is about, is it like helping people to find each other or spend together time in virtual world or in real world?
Okay. We bring people together online in the virtual world, not in the real world, because right now people should not talk to each other, face to face due to COVID-19, and after the COVID-19, there's still a problem due to loneliness. It's very common. 3 out of 5 people face it. And the way to do it mainly is to introduce virtual social interactions to them, because they already have the real life, like in-person social interactions, and they don't do it. There's a reason for that. So we're introducing it virtually. Thank you. Please let me know if you need.
Thank you.
If you have any other questions. You are most welcome.
Okay.
Did you
Other
validate? Yes. Another question. Did you validate your idea with some users? Possible.
I contacted a few friends and a few people I didn't know. I posted it on Product Hunt, Reddit. I got very good feedback. Some people said that I am not comfortable with talking to strangers, but that's a very small like range or segment. But yeah, for validation, it's nearly validated right now. For sure, there is more work to do in it, but I did validate some.
Thanks.
You are most welcome.
Okay, thank you. Friends, who is not unmuted, please mute yourself, who is not a jury member or a presenting team, because we have some side noise. Thank you. Okay, we still have half a minute to go, so do we have any other questions from the jury members?
Yes, I have one question. So how do you see first stage of implementation? So it can be city level or national level or several cities?
It should start definitely on a city level at first, because you have to start small, then grow out. Yeah, so for example, in Ukraine, it could start in, I understand that the city name is Lviv. Then it expands from there. Does that answer your question?
Yes, okay.
So thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you, the jury. Thank you, Team Dines, for the presentation and answering the questions. Time is up, so round of applause to you. And thanks again for the great presentation. And we are moving forward. So the next team to present, and I want to welcome Team NetHope. NetHope, are you here?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, so start your presentation. I'm once again putting on the timer. 3 minutes is yours, so good luck to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nazari and I want to present you our application. The main idea of our application is to track the latest data on disease in Ukraine, as well as information on the latest disease, and create an interactive map that will reflect the current problems in the region. At that moment, with the help of new passing, we have analyzed the most current disease in Ukraine. And with the help of statistics, we have identified common disease and developed a schedule with the number of infected over the past and current year. Our application can be used in the healthcare sector. For example, doctors will be able to better navigate current problems and better prescribe prophylaxis for people at risk of catching disease. Also, this program can be useful for people who take a lead position in the Ministry of Health in order to better know situation in the country. Our program can easily integrate to other programs and it can be a cross-platform. Thank you for your attention.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for keeping the timing. We still have 1.5 minutes to go, but I think we can jump straight to the questions from the jury. So stop sharing the screen for now. Yep, thanks for that. So the jury members, please, stage is yours. Just unmute yourself and ask a question. And one more thing I want to ask you, because we have a lot of people right now in the call, please tell us your name, who you are, and then ask your question so we can verify who is asking. Thank you for that.
Sergey Kirov. My question is, what is the entry point for the raw data? So how does it work? Where the data is coming from, and how it's technically then processed and presented?
Thank you for your question. We have data from news sources like Ministry of Health of Ukraine, World Health Organization, and like this sources.
So, but I thought that they are were supposed to be the end users, not the places where the data is entered into the system. So can you explain that? So in other words, the data will come manually from the hospitals or from emergency places, entered to the system, and then processed, and then the ministries and the WHO can only use that what your system will present to them. Is that correct?
I don't understand. Can someone translate it to Ukraine?
Так, якщо я зрозумів правильне запитання, то ви будете брати дані від міністерства для вашої програми, так, для вашого рішення. І запитання в тому, чи буде ваше рішення потім цю дату якось інакше опрацьовувати і назад передавати в міністерство, звідки ви початково взяли сирі дані, якщо я правильно зрозумів. Але якщо ні, то, будь ласка, той, хто задавав питання, можете українською повторити. Тобто це буде маленьке виключення з правил.
Так, власне, хто буде кінцевим споживачем цих даних, то я трошки спрощу питання. І хто буде ці дані в систему постачати, так? Тобто, хто є джерелом даних і хто є кінцевим споживачем цих даних? Може, так простіше буде?
В основному ми беремо
In English.
We take information from news sources and compare this information with Ministry of Health, and we display it to screen, and that's all.
So
okay.
You take data from different news or from websites of Ministry of Health?
We take most popular disease in use, and that we take data from about infection people, death, and health with Ministry of Health.
Okay, friends, time is up. So we have 5 minutes already. Thank you for the questions, and thank you, Team NetHope, for the presentation. Kudos to you for that. And I want to ask Team SafeMenu to prepare for the presentation, and please tell me if you're here. Team SafeMenu.
Yes. Hello, I'm here.
Okay, yes, great. So please start sharing the screen. I'm starting the countdown. You have 3 minutes for the pitch. Good luck to you.
Hello, my name is Lexi. I'm from SafeMenu team. Just a moment. Okay. So the problem we are trying to solve is the risk of getting infected, but the limitations are getting down, but the virus is still out there. Solution that we are trying to provide is a QR chatbot that will generate digital menu in a few simple interactive way. Digital menu will limit unnecessary touches and risk of customers getting infected. So our business model, as you see, we already found 2 out of 3 restaurants in Ukraine. To finalize our idea, we will use their feedback to fix and finalize our MVP, considering the fact that many businesses are facing cash flow issues, we'll provide our solution free of charge. We'll reach out to government authorities and other interested parties in order to support our idea. We'll use all available information capabilities in order to reach out as many possible clients and provide our solution to them. Here's our cost efficiency, what we need to finalize our MVP. Here's, of course, our amazing team of guys. Love you. Now I would like to show you how our version of bot works. Okay. So here we're getting started. Choose your language. Okay, let's go. You can name your restaurant. Okay, you're starting with creating menu. Name the category. Add the photo of the first dish you want to add. Name it. Put description. Put the price. There you can add a new item or save it instantly. Okay, simple, right? You can view the menu how the visitor can see it, edit or add new items or everything. Everything is good? Yes. Okay, great. Here you can get your QR code printed, other else. So here is the QR code that will redirect you directly to our solution, to our chatbot. You can use it and try it right away if you wish. And for now, we will prepare something new for you. So we already received the video from our first customer, which they prepared. They printed the menu and put it on the tables, as you see. It's redirecting you directly to to their menu. You can scroll all the items that are on the list. And on the top, you can select directly the categories. Drinks, desserts, cocktails, everything. As well, it's from outside. You can visit and see, come closer to the restaurant and see already the menu.
Team SafeMenu, thank you. I will stop
you
right now. Time is up. Please stop sharing your screen. Thank you again for the presentation. And jury members, please start with your questions. Don't forget to present yourself.
Hello, Michael Puzrakov, my name. You in your presentation, you first talked about chatbot, and then in your video, you showed that upon QR code, some website is called. So, is it your product web version or is it a chatbot?
It's a chatbot, and it's already ready to use. You created already this ready to use version. And it is very easy and attractive to use. So we decided to launch and ask our first customers just to try it. Those were our the first customer is actually my mother. She decided to join me and help. That was a solution very timely for her because we don't have a web page and we don't have a digital menu. And with this, currently in Ukraine, paper menus are banned, so you can get fined for that if you provide customers the menu. We already know about the solutions that are in other restaurants that they were printing like one sample or one use paper menu and providing it to the client, or just bring it closer to the customers, and the waiter was showing it the menu near to the customer. So it's not time efficient for the visitors and both for the restaurant owner. So with our solution, you can just come in, grab your QR code, check everything you wish. Have I answered your question?
So this, when you scan QR code, will you land in Telegram or where?
It is based in Messenger, Facebook Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
That's Valentin, our team member.
Yeah. So my name is Valentin, and I will be able to answer any technical questions. So Our chatbot is for restaurants and cafe owners, but it generates you the QR code. Within this QR code, your customers, like your visitors of your restaurant, they will be able to see the web page within our domain, and within this page, they will be able to see the menu that you provided to them.
So it's a website also.
I have one more question, if you don't mind, Klaus Sonnenleiter. Here in the US, there are a number of platforms for restaurants to create digital menus and ordering systems. Have you researched that, and what does your solution look like in comparison to those?
Yes, of course. We prepared the competition sheet and we checked like what they're proposing, but most of the solutions are payable, or there's like bigger organizations that are already providing and they have capabilities to do that for their own. And anyway, even if it's a bit smaller, but they have resources, that will take them a lot of time, like from 5 to 10. We already contacted via hackathon with some of the experts in this sphere, and they one of them advised that it took for him like from 5 to 10 days to 5 days or 10 days for 5 restaurants to provide this solution in their restaurant. So with our solution, you can do it right away without registration, without anything. You just type in, get your QR code, and you're done right now, right away. Just print it, and and your customers will stay safe.
Follow up, if you don't mind.
Of course.
How do you monetize?
How we monetize? Yeah. We would like to contact government authorities to gain support, as I mentioned in the pitch. So because actually the second restaurant that I contacted with, it was a friend of my mother, and she when I tried to describe our solution to her, she told me like, "Whoa, sorry, that's probably costly or something, but." It's probably will not work out. And I say like, it's free of charge. And she's like, what? Wow, seriously? Can I use it? It's like, give it to me right now. It's true. Like I was so surprised that he was so fast and just in saying like, yes, that was amazing. Like getting customers. And that's our target category. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Alexei. We have time for one short question and one short answer. Andrei Mosklenko, I saw that you raising your hand. So please be short with the question and also the short answer.
Alexei, I suppose very relevant idea, but I have a question. What will be next stage when you, for example, choose in menu? So you can pay, or you can ask what they choose and pay in this restaurant?
Currently, we decided to focus on this the solution very quick and fast, and everybody can use. Afterwards, we are planning to actually our only limit is our imagination. So yes, we are planning to implement like a premium option for all the customers who's providing this solutions to them as well. But that will be like in nearest future as we'll develop our product.
Okay, thank you, Team SafeMenu. Round of applause, digital applause to you. Thank you for presenting. Thank you for the questions. And we move forward. I want to welcome Team Agreed Solutions, team number 4 to present today. Are you here?
Yes.
Great.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi. Please share your screen with the presentation, and I'm starting the countdown.
Okay. Am I sharing?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, we see.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. So I will start, yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie, CEO and co-founder of a great team. Today, I'll pitch you how our product is going to make decision-making online easier just in the next month. So let's start with the problem. It started with a regulation change. Our companies were allowed to hold their general meeting via video conference, and as a lawyer, I felt the pain of my clients and decided to help somehow. Because in the practice, holding of general meeting online looks like we're talking in Skype, then exchange documents via email and sign it with the use of Chasna or other services for digital signing. It's time-consuming, not safe, and it's complicated, especially when you have a batch of stakeholders. What if it could be one solution for all? Grid is a platform to make legally binding decisions online. It will work with the use of 3 modules: video conference, video call, or polling. So with our solution, you're transferring the whole process online. It covers pre-meeting preparation, meeting holding, voting, document generation, and you can be sure that you are signing documents that you just voted for. You are always taking part in decision making because location doesn't matter anymore. You save costs, you save time and environment, and you are always safe. Our target audience is LLCs, joint stock companies, and public formation of any form. The market size of Ukraine is $48 million. We have competitors. We have direct competitors on Ukrainian market is EasyCon, and on international market we have Azer's Convene and Computer Share, but they don't have all of the advantages that we will have. We chosen trialware as a business model. We developed marketing strategy and chosen marketing channel. So the idea was born in autumn, and on the 1st of February we wrote our first line of code, and now we are preparing to beta testing one of our models. We have fully formed team. We have 3 technical engineers, 2 lawyers, and 1 marketing specialist, and we are ready to launch. Thank you for your attention, and my name is Natalie, and I'm ready for your questions. Thanks.
Natalie, thank you for presentation, and please stop sharing your screen, and dear jury members, you may jump in with the questions. Also, we have this raise your hand button, so you may raise it beforehand, and I will, just like have the sequence of who is gonna ask the next. So who has the first question?
May I ask question? The first question about the value. So for me, it's unclear what will be the value of using your solution, because there are a lot of CMS and a lot of let's say tools that you can use with such features. So for example, MS Teams provides also all flows that you describe. So could you maybe few words about your unique, what is the value of your solution?
Yes, thank you for your question. Our value is that we are actually transferring this whole process of organization of this general meeting, no matter if it's a commercial company or if it's public formation, all online. That means that, for example, the procedure looks like this. You have corporate secretary, and if she knows that we are having a lot of company are having a general meeting in June, yes, she is ought to send invitations of the samples that company is using. On the day of this meeting, each of the members should be at one location, no matter where he is like living or located now. And it also they should gather at one place, and there is still the thing that they are voting with the raise of a hand or secretly, and lots of processes like collecting of their voting votes is still not automated. We want to make this everything works online. This invitation that will be sent online will be in the with using the sample that company is using. So it will be legally binding, but just in the form of electronic document. The decisions that will be made online will be also signed with a digital signature. So it should be considered as legally binding document. And when you will, take it to the state register, it should be considered it should be considered as a document. And there would after this video conference meeting, nothing will left. because now we are making this, and there is still a lot of paper documents that should be signed, sent, export, and transferred this way. And we will do it just one place where everything will be done. So that's our entire advantage.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yerema Hritsishyn, I will ask you to ask a question, then Michael Puzrikov, and then Klaus. Okay, that's the sequence.
So you mentioned that it will have a legal value as well. How are you compliant with Ukrainian law or with like other countries' law in regards of signing of this kind of contracts?
Okay, thank you for your question. Our documents, electronic documents, nowadays have this valid. They are legally binding. It doesn't matter that they are created with the use of digital means. It's still legally binding, and we are using now, for example, this qualified digital signature that that is used in Ukraine. We have these two types of just digital signature and qualified digital signature. For example, for voting, I would say, when it's not obligatory, we will use just signing by submitting this form on our website. If it's required by law to have this qualified digital signature, this electronic document that is already valid will be signed with this qualified digital signature by putting this all together. And when your counterparty or state registry want to know whether was it signed, was it signed by authorized people, they can easily check it, and there is we are fully compliant with legislation, with legislative requirements.
Thank you, Natalia. So, Michael, please ask your question. And friends, I will ask you to keep short. We don't have enough time. Natalia, also with the answers. Thank you.
Okay. So there are different platforms for digital signing of contracts, like HelloSign, DocuSign, PandaSign, and so on. So it's possible for the parties to have a Zoom conference or Teams conference and use that platform for signing documents. So what is your value in this case?
Okay, thank you for the question. It's also about voting and calculating votes of the members. And with our platform, you can also generate documents. So this, for example, invitation to the general meeting will be considered as valid. Yes, when the meeting is held, you are voting online, and it's it will be calculated automatically. So at the end of the meeting, like we are, for example, now speaking, and you vote for it, I'm against it, and we will see it in the form of document, and you can sign the result of your willing. It will be calculated and it will be transformed online. So nothing will left after our meeting.
Thank you, Natalia. Klaus, your last question, please.
Yeah, real quick. It sounds like you're concentrating on meeting minutes for board meetings, and having sat in a fair amount of board meetings myself, I think the de facto standard is that a board secretary captures the formal votes and then recirculates them among all board members for accepting at the next meeting that this was correctly captured. Are you saying you're automating the work of the board secretary? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, yes, we will automate their work. Actually, our first client that we're planning starting with beta testing, or what we see, we didn't think about it as the first one we started. We wanted to know who will win the most, from the company. Now it sees that the one of the happiest person in that formation is actually this corporate board secretary or lawyer, because not all of the companies have this, corporate secretary. That's the person who wins the most. But nevertheless, shareholders also will win with it, because they are not they can be everywhere and still have this possibility to take part, and for example, he or she shouldn't issue this power of attorney if she will have possibility to vote, for example, not being at the place where the general meetings are held. There is also additional value for them.
Thank you, Natalia. I will stop you here because we are slightly over the time. Thank you for your presentation. Thanks for the question, and thanks Team Agreed Solutions for your pitching time. Round of applause for you. Now I want to welcome Team BAKS or BAKS to join us to share their screen. And are you here, guys? Team BAKS. BAKS.
Yes, we're here. Can you hear me and see my screen?
Yeah, we can hear you and we can see your screen. So your 3 minutes are on. Good luck.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vladislav, and today I would like to present to you our project, Sugar Monitoring System. Our target audience consists of 1.5 million people from Ukraine, 32 million people from USA, 60 million people from Europe, and more than 400 million people worldwide. Our system provides next main features: scan current sugar levels via NFC or Bluetooth sensor, ability to track blood sugar levels with an accessible mobile app, display of blood sugar levels history, and sharing results with watchers. Analogs. The only analog available in Ukraine is GLIMP. However, it may or may not run on your device. Unique points of our application is sugar level history and watchers functionality. Costs. We estimate that for 1,000 users, we need to spend around 23.8 euros monthly. Based on that, we estimated that monthly subscription cost for our users will be around 2 euros. By our estimates, we can make app production ready within 2 months and include next additional functionality to the first stage: support of iOS and Android operation systems, support of watchers functionality, support of Libre sensor version 2. During second stage, we plan to expand in sensor support, integrate with digital medical patient cards, and implement paid subscription plan. Third stage includes providing data to insurance companies, implementation of prediction algorithm based on statistics, and providing APIs for external services. Actually, that's all for the presentations, and I would like to ask my teammates to continue with application demonstration and answering the questions.
Thank you. 1 minute you have.
Hello, my name is Igor, and I have diabetes. So I want to show you a demo of our applications that would greatly simplify my life. This screen. The screen shows a history sugar graph. This button allows you to manually add sugar level, for example, and you also can scan it using NFC sensors, but now it's this functionality in the development. Also, you can see at now bar your watch lists. That is people who will receive notification about your sugar levels, about your new sugar levels. Thank you for your attention. That's all.
Thank you for the demo. Thank you, Team BAKS. So, dear jury members, we are ready with the questions. Raise your hands, and the first one is Serhiy Kiral. Please ask your question.
Yeah, I have a question to a colleague, to a member of a team who has a diabetes. Which apps did you use before, and whether have you used many of them, and whether this is your experience, your personal experience of using these apps, which you might have used before, have led you or triggered that idea that you should come up with a new app because the previous ones were not really fully satisfying?
Okay, thank you for the question. Previously, I used two applications. First, it was GLIMP. GLIMP provides to ability to scan NFC sensor freestyle Libre first version, but it's too old application, and use it every day. It's too hard for me and for my friend who also has diabetes. And another one option, Gleam does not provide some notification to according to me, I sent notification to my mother that receive my sugar level. Another one application, it is Diabetes M. Diabetes M has a pretty design, but a chart looks so hardly to see your current sugar level or maybe historical information. Our idea provides all this functionality from all application on the market and and create a single application and make it useful and easy for everyone and also for people and relation.
Thank you. Now Klaus with the question, then Yerema Hritshin and Sergey Bielski.
Yeah, real quick. Does your device, would it be considered a medical device under the definition of EMA or FDA, so that it would require approval by those agencies? And there's probably a Ukrainian agency as well. I just don't know its name. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, could you repeat your question? Because yes, maybe I have some trouble with internet.
I was interested in finding out whether the device would require a approval process as a medical device under the supervisory agencies like FDA in the States or EMA in Europe.
Yeah, it's a good question. We finalized idea on the hackathon and start to research with some GDPR or another law or another laws and license for our application. But I think we need to research. Excuse me. I don't currently understand your information. That's not device. That's a service. That's a system to aggregation information to provide aggregate information from sensor. Excuse me for the first answer. So
okay,
that's
so
like
the sensor would require approval, and your assertion would be that the aggregated data would not. Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
It's Yerema Hritshin asking. I missed the point of do you already work with some sensor, or you still have like this functionality under construction? Let's say it this way.
We at the hackathon we don't use any sensor because now pricing is growing at this time for the sensors and just it's development, but the first stage it will be Freestyle Libre sensor. Now for demo application we use a mock, but it's not a hard task because it's open NFC raw tag and NFC information, so everyone who has a smartphone with NFC can read it.
Yeah, but do actually sensor exist that can, through the NFC layer, provide this kind of information?
What kind of sensor?
I mean like the sensors that can share the information with your application, do they exist? Like, do they have the NFC compatibility?
Yes, of course. How I said, it's a Freestyle Libre sensor first version. I varied it before quarantine time, but now, how I said, pricing is growing, so now I use old way and this blood. So yeah, I use it, and I use it with another application.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Nazar, unmute yourself if you're asking something. So may I ask the last question? Yes.
Okay.
So the last question from my side. So maybe it can be like a stupid question, but have you researched your maybe future competitors? Because I know, for example, in my iPhone, I have like the similar application that I can use and connect with, for example, some devices somehow to analyze this information. I mean, sugar. So my question is, have you researched your competitors, and what is the unique value of your solution? Because at the moment you grab this information, you analyze this information, you have a historical information, but what else?
Okay, thank you. Gadgets, maybe your friends use some pump or another application. What about computers? There is 4 big application at the market right now. The first, how I said, is Diabetes M, but it does not provide scanning from the sensor. Another one is Gleam, provides scanning sensor for Libre sensor first version and second version, but does not provide some good application to use, easy to use, and share this with your relation or doctors. Another application is official Freestyle Libre application for the sensor, but it's only to read it. And another application is a Dexcom G6, working also only with Dexcom G6 sensor. Our idea is unique because we want to add ability to scan every the sensor, what I said before, store this information in one place and provide. Because when you go to the doctor, you need to provide a lot of sugar measurements, and it is a graphic with big history information that provides a better way to your treatment.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Colleagues, maybe last question from my side, if I may. Yeah.
Yes.
So as this hackathon very closely connected to these special times in which we live of spreading coronavirus, so how do you see maybe some more connection of your project to this some new medical processes which we right now see? So how do you see not only on that very concrete area which you mentioned, but globally on that special times?
So yes, thank you for the question. It's a good question because we have this current time, but we can provide to remote share with doctors, just send historical information and give feedback, or another ways what you prefer. It's like Messenger, Facebook, and another one, and you don't need to go to the hospitals.
Oh, I see Yaroslav is back with us.
Yeah, I'm back. Just tell me if you hear me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's the problem with the online hackathon. Sorry for that. So thanks again, Team Bags. One more time, round of applause for you. And we're moving forward. I want to ask Team Chatbot to join us. Are you here?
Yes, we are here.
Awesome. Please share your screen, and I'm starting the countdown. 3 minutes is yours. Good luck.
You can start. I want to give a sense of 5 stealed minutes of your life and to raise the question of importance of measuring thoughts. So let me continue with 2 thoughts. The first one, I'm so disappointed. Outside is spring weather, there is no restriction anymore to go to parks, but I am stressing here and spending time with you and wasting it. So it's the first thought. And the third thought, the true thought, hello everyone, my name is Nazar. I'm here with Roman. We would like to present you chatbot. So you can see you have seen the difference between two thoughts. And the goal of it, our presentation, is to raise the question and to show you that what is the importance of measuring what matters. And I think thoughts is very important. Now I will start the presentation. Can you see my screen?
Oh, yeah, you're starting to see something.
Yes,
Yeah, we see
so, so it's a pitch deck hour. And what is the logic? Words express thoughts, and thoughts become activities. Activities become habits, and habits become values. And let me ask you to think about what you are thinking about now. Is it something negative or positive? What are you measuring now? I, for example, measure how many monies I have a bank account, how many times I spend here, how many, what else? How many hours I need to work, how many kilometers I have run. The same we can do with things, and especially it's recommended for a person who has some disease. And how to do it? It's to have a diary. Let's go to comparison. The minimum version of diary is a stone on paper where people used to write their thoughts. The other one was format, notes, and the other option is our smart diary, which we have created in a Telegram. So I would like to ask you now, prepare your phones with Telegram who know English, and you will have a possibility to try it. So we have also now the most important for me the part why it is important, because by 2030 depression it becomes one of the most popular, not popular, spread disease around the world. Is information from World Health Organization. We talked to our market. We did a survey. We asked people to answer, do you use journal? 50% of them asked it, said yes. Another 50 said that every day. Another 50 say that they even review it. So who are competitors? Like general notes, paper.
Okay, guys, one last question, 10 seconds for you only. One summary.
Okay, and the summary is here. You can access by Telegram if what I ask it. You can put promo, and by this promo you will receive measured thoughts of our team during this hackathon.
Thank you, Team Chatbot. Thank you for the presentation. Okay, colleagues from the jury, please raise your hands in the system, so we may start with the questions. So who wants to go first? Okay, Serhii, then Klaus. Okay, Serhii, can I please start?
Yeah, I'm interested to know how this algorithm works and how much science and practice is into it. I remember in the pre-screening you talked about consulting with psychologists. So have you done that work? Can you confirm that? Because it's very important. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I had a contact with a psychologist. Also, I have 2 interviews with 2 real people that agreed to participate. How it works is a machine learning algorithm with read sentiment. And if you go to Telegram bot, you will write, for example, I like cats, and it will give you sentiments, how it's sad or joy, and you will see it there. Why to have it? After this, you will go with this all your thoughts in paper, and go to psychologist and work with him in future.
Yeah, I'm asking because it's extremely accurate in the sense of responsibility you as an author should have, because the inaccurate assessment of the mood can lead to another mood. So that's important to understand how it's been designed.
Yes, I agree. I think accuracy. Actually, I don't know what is the accuracy, because it's IBM for now. It's a connected IBM solution, and I hope the accuracy is good, but it's just a prototype. But for sure, in future, it will matter.
Thank you, Mr. Klaus. Your question, please.
Okay, my question is mostly on the mechanics. I wanted to make sure I understand correctly. does it insert itself into any chat conversations, or does it only activate when it is being directly addressed?
There is no need for chat. Why we use Telegram? Just because to show it very fast. It's going to be like a mobile app, and the information will be analyzed internally, not in server. So if your question is about security, or if I understood correctly.
No, it was about, does the user have to initiate a conversation with a chatbot, or does
yes,
the
I
chatbot
understand you.
automatically summarize everything?
The user need to write his thoughts if the user wants. And chatbot it's not a bot. It's chatbot. It's always like a diary. It will collect this information and then process, analyze, and in a more in a subscription version, it will give a mood. Now you can test it for free in a Telegram and to see a mood of any sentence in English.
Thank you, Michael Puzrakov. Your question, please.
Yes, so what is the main value of your product? Is it a convenient way to run diary, or is it the main value is to just measure the mood? So is that what the user gets?
It's for mental health. It's one of the remedies how to decrease stress, because when you formalize your fear and when it's written down as a thought, you will know it. So psychologists, they recommend to use a diaries like a stress to decrease stress. And also some of them, when you work with psychologists or psychotherapists, based on your subjective feelings, they prescribe you antidepressant or other pills. So it can be like, it can provide more objectivity of your analysis of your mood and emotions.
Okay.
But you have described.
Okay, friends, do we have any more questions to the team chat bot? Don't see your hands. Okay, I think then everything is clear. Thank you, Team Chatbot. Thank you for your time and for your presentation. Good luck for you today. So I want to ask team number 7 to pitch, Team Thermal Camera, to join us, share their screen, and tell me that you are here. Thermal Camera.
Hi, do you hear me?
Yes, we do. Okay, Andrei, 3 minutes on the countdown. Please share your screen and good luck.
Okay. Hi, I will not share my screen right now. I will show the real demo from the camera. So hi, everybody. My name is Andrei. I'm working in a company called EDPro. In EDPro, we are working a lot with schools at Ukraine. And schools are currently closed, but we understand that they will open in September, and there will be a lot of requirements to these schools. And one of the requirements is a temperature measurement. And the temperature measurement at school is a common issue. It's needed every time, but right now it's very, very critical. So for school, we need not only temperature measurement, we need to understand what temperature was in a concrete person. So we need to track the person and understand its temperature. First of all, we wanted to make a hardware, but hardware today, it's a very long process, and we want to concentrate on software, and in the first iteration use already existing hardware. I will show right now, just a moment, live demo. So this is the thermal camera. It can recognize the face and detect the temperature. And on Hackathon, we created integration with this camera. We can read data from it in real time and understand the person. You see, this person is recognized and this person is not recognized. Also, we can make Telegram bots, integrate with different systems, and so on. Also, on Hackathon, we had a chance to talk with different mentors and create cases for different businesses, like Horeca, like critical infrastructure, factories, and offices. And we see that this device is needed not only in schools, but also in other sectors. And today is very needed. Our plan is to start selling from Monday, do our own software, and till September make a lot of sales in schools in Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrei. Thank you, Team Thermal Camera, for the presentation. So, dear jury members, we are ready to go with the questions. Serhiy Kiral, I saw your hand, so you may go first, then Klaus.
Well, just a quick question, because we had this conversation with Andrei before. What is your cost estimate for this solution?
The price of device end price to customers is $1,200. With all taxes.
Nice price you have there, Andrei. Klaus, you're next, and then Andrei Moskalenko.
Okay, quick question, possibly equally quick. What is your accuracy range? How much does it deviate from the actual temperature?
They use very good sensor, very precise. It's for temperature, it's like 98% or something like that. Excuse me, it's for face recognition. But for temperature, it's half a graus, 0.5 graus Celsius.
Okay, so 0.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it's 1 Fahrenheit.
For face recognition, it's 97%.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, Klaus. Andrei Moskalenko, your question, please.
Andrei, hello. So also a quick question. So I suppose it's also not only for schools, but also for libraries and some other municipal institutions. But a question, what bottlenecks you can see right now from schools, or especially from schools? So what they have to provide in order this work, like on everyday time? Because we expect that every day it's several hundred people that will move through, and so it's question about efficiency and that it works.
The problem is that this is device of personal use, so you should stop, see inside it, wait a second, and go. So we need to make a process of measurement, and in big schools maybe it's needed to buy 1 or 2 or 3 devices to make it faster. But in that case, you can understand the person who was measured and react on this measurement. So it's not a camera, what is currently used in city council, where you measure the traffic. In this case, the person should stop, and also it has relay. You can create an automatic door, and in case of success, door will open. So this is also a case. Also on speeches with mentors, we understand that it's critical for critical infrastructure, for example, for drivers, for hospitals. We can scan all doctors and so on, such a way.
Thank you. Okay, so we have time for last 3 questions. Michael Pozrakov, then Yerema Hritsishin, then again Klaus on a lighter. Okay.
Hello, I would like to address the privacy issue here. So I want to ask where the face recognition data is stored locally on cloud, and is it necessary to get a permission from the person in order to have to store his data?
Okay. In case if you install it in the company, so you have permission from all your members to operate their data, and the data is stored on the device, so not on the cloud. So, but we will implement a solution with the cloud later, and we will think about privacy and about all legal part of personal data. Right now, data is on device, and face recognition is not required. You can just measure temperature in case if it's not needed for your business.
Thank you, Yerema Hritsishin.
Hi, Andrei. So you're working with the schools a lot. How many schools are ready to integrate with this kind of solution from perspective of data access, tracking this like pupils and so on?
We was talking with several private schools, which can be sure that, and with several kindergartens, and everybody is ready to buy because it's not very expensive for school, and they need only 1 or 2 devices, so it's not a lot. And they are ready, they are raising their hands to buy. And the one thing they need, everybody has their own systems like diary or reporting systems, and they need integration. And that's why we can't use a device as is. We need to have our own software to do these integrations fast. And this is the answer.
Thank you.
So
yeah, Klaus, you may start.
After your last few comments, I realized you're integrating both identity and health status, or not a complete health status, but aspects of both. Have you thought about use cases like border security or airport security?
Yes, it's one of the cases, but we want to work case by case, and airports will be closed sometime. So from Monday, we will start from critical infrastructure and from schools case. We will order our first batch of devices. We already have a contract and start working. We'll see how, maybe airports as well.
Thank you, Andriy. Thank you, Team Thermal Camera. Big round of applause to you. Really great job and great presentation there. So, friends, we are halfway the end of the pitching session. Only six teams to go today with their pitches, their ideas. One moment of small break. Now, if you have forgotten, I will remind you that we are really thankful to all the jury members, all the teams, and all the mentors, and also all the organizers and partners of this hackathon. So once again, big kudos to IT Arena and ELEKS for organizing the Hack the New World Hackathon, and all the partners for joining with their presence. And one thing again, I want to remind you about the presents we will have at the end of this day. So all 13 teams are fighting for the $6,000 of the prize fund, tickets to IT Arena and startup booth at IT Arena, angel investment opportunities from Lviv Tech Angels. Also, the new prize from Platforma, they're offering a 6 months of residency for the winning team. And also thank you Sigma Software Lab for a possibility to residency at your project. And we are moving forward to the team number 8 to pitch today, team right now. Please tell me if you're here and share your screen if needed.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so I'm starting the countdown. 3 minutes for you. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I need to do some permission. Oh my God. All right. Cool. So you can, as I see, you cannot see my presentation, don't you?
For now, we don't see it.
Yeah, so probably, I have to reload my Microsoft Teams, so let's move on. Okay. We have a great presentation, but I will send you afterwards. So I'm just starting. Have you ever tried to get from Subark to Lviv in the morning? Due to pandemic situation, there are no public transport from Subark to city. But what to do if you work for supermarket, post office, or you are one of 300,000 healthcare workers? How get to work? So people started to build communities of commuters in a Telegram, Viber, Messenger by themselves. It's easy to find someone. Actually, no. You have to monitor the group for the whole day. It doesn't work very well at all. Only today, by the way, it's a Sunday. There are over 1,000 trips only in one group. There are numerous groups. Do you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
I don't know why. Okay, I'm not touching anything. Okay, and we decided to help those people who are struggling with commuting now. We created web service and mobile application that helps to find commuter for riding instantly. It connects non-professional drivers with passenger on your way. Our algorithm connects people who have similar roads and match everyone along the whole road. So you can pick more people than the capacity of your car. We target areas where with the highest demand and no taxi aggregators. So we offer ride-ins in real time for the average distance of 10-40 kilometers. Oh, and what about the price? Actually, it could be up to 12 times cheaper than Uber or taxi. So as a driver, you are saving money and reduce CO2 emission, and actually you help your neighbors. Who knows, maybe you will find a good friend. By the way, you can filter commuters and ride only with the T employees, or as a woman, you can ride only with women or a man with a child. As a passenger, you receive a price like in public transport, but during the pandemic time, we are a social project, so the driver can offer you a free ride if he wants. We provide safe riding. Actually, we have a kill feature. We collecting historical data about user rights and building a user-to-user COVID infection probability graph. So then in case if reporting infection, we can predict new cases and send a notification to prevent new cases. All right.
Thank you,
Our initial
team, right now. Thank you, team, right now. So even extra time is out, so almost 4 minutes of speech because of the technical issues. I hope you will answer more in the questions. So dear jury members, please raise your hands, and who wants to go first? The question. Michael, please.
Yes, so maybe you just can continue and explain how this prediction of COVID infection is working.
Okay, so actually just feature in this case, it worked the following. We understand, basically we understand that the person was with somebody and he has a special button, like when he tested that he is COVID infected, he pushed that button, and we using our algorithm and send push notification to anyone whom he was before. If you need, like some technical details, I can just, connect you to data scientist.
Thank you, Ascold. Any more questions, dear jury members?
If not,
it's pretty much is clear. Oh, Michael has another question.
Oh, it's not clear.
Yeah, Michael, you may continue if you have a question. I see your hand.
Okay, so is there any added value comparing with Uber or BlaBlaCar? So the price is.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you think you will know the price later, because so you can underestimate the price.
Yeah,
something else.
Yeah, actually, it's completely different. We use BlaBlaCar system when the driver can reduce expenses on a trip. So for passenger, it's very cheap. And that's why, because we are using non-professional drivers, prices are between like 6 up to 12 times cheaper. I can show you all numbers. It's much cheaper. As you know, there are Lyft or Uber pool technology, but work only if professional driver increase his salary. So like just Uber driver, let's say he can earn $10, and in this case, if he earn $14 divided by passengers, like he can deliver that service. In our case, that guy, he drives anyway, like, so the price is average in Ukraine is around 30 hryvnias, and our transactional model, like, so we take only 20%, which is like on average 22 cents. Pricing is completely different, and we are much advanced than Uklon and Lyft. Oh, actually not Lyft, Uklon and Bolt.
So aside from the price, no added value?
Can you explain your question, please?
Do you have something very specific which is not present in, except from the price, which is not present in the competitors?
Yes. Yeah. So actually, we are counting on communities for people that are already trying to give a lift to everyone. Like as taxi company, they need to provide supply. In our case, actually, we did some tests on 1,240 users, and we were surprised that 35% of drivers were ready to give that lift very easily. And basically, this is just different, completely different people. And therefore, we can provide much more rights than average tax ride-hailing companies. So for instance, like our market is so huge. So in 6 Ukrainian cities, 1.5 million people getting to work from suburb. So this is just that pendulum migration. They cannot afford taxi, and it's very difficult to get by bus or metro. So we just target completely different area. Like we focus on different target audience. And that's why we didn't go to that competition.
Thank you, Askol. So, dear friends, do you have any more questions to the team right now? Okay, I don't see any hands. So, team, right now, really thank you for your presentation. Askol, you did a really great job because I had some technical issues with connection and with presentation, and you really did well. So, thank you for managing your stress. You did great. And we are moving forward to team number 9, who is speaking right now, Team Limpio. Please tell me if you're here. Team Limpio.
I'm here.
Awesome. So please start sharing your screen.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah, we see the screen. So 3 minutes on the countdown. Good luck to you.
Limpio is a chatbot-powered app to prevent harassment and give psychological consultation. So why ideas matter? Firstly, if you look to the statistics, before the COVID-19, the UN Women declared that there are 243 million women are suffered from harassment. And in Ukraine, if you look, there are more than 20 million people are in risk position. Like it's not only women, it's also a child who experience abuse at school. So what this means, the crisis of COVID-19, it's more people at home, so more risk of harassment as a home violence. What else we researched with our team is that one of the most crucial factor is timing. So even if the woman or child want to declare that he was under the harassment, he will go to the police office and he will forget about the time, about the place or other factors. So memory in cognitive psychology was constructed such way that by time he will increase his biasness, and this will change his mind, and it will somehow related to in future. So our solution is Limpio. Limpio is like a chatbot. It's an app where a person could consult and he will make a report. This report could be used at police office or at the court as one of the efficient tool to fight harassment. So report will contain the time, place where the harassment happens, and the human who was who harassed, and who and the feeling which he feel when this person made him. And this information will help him then to win the court deal or to make a clue in police. Also, Limpio contains like artificial intelligence chatbot, but we now developing the structure. It will be also on based on cognitive psychology. And the last one is like a signal. So you can push emergency button in every situation, and you can directly chat or call to the police office. So now we are looking for partners in governmental organization to make this button more efficient. Our business model. We want to introduce subscription-based model, and we have like several audiences. Firstly, it's the children. Secondly, it's like corporations, and the last one is just any person who sits at home. So if you are like representative from these entities, you could contact us. So thank you, and I would like to answer to your question.
Thank you, Team Limpio. Great timing. Please stop sharing your screen.
Okay.
And dear jury members, raise your hand. Okay, I see the first question already. So yeah, just stop sharing the screen because my tech team says that we have some issues when someone is still sharing the screen.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Just
Stop the yeah.
Just one moment. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Yerema Gritsishin, first question to Team Limpio.
Hello. So my question is actually about your application. What was done during hackathon? Is it like the application, or is only mockups? And what is on the backend?
So we make like two work. The first one is a mock-up of our application, and then to make we make a chatbot. So could I show my chatbot? Like,
if it is fast, yes.
So okay, I have already prepared my chatbot. So here's it. Like, just wait a minute.
Okay, let's. Can you just describe in words?
Yes, it's a chatbot where you can like message him, like, and he have basically algorithm based on cognitive interview, and he ask about the different like stage, and this stage was from official protocols, how to declare harassment. So if you see here, like bot ask him like, how can I report harassment? And so if you want to report harassment, you should answer several questions. It's open questions and closed questions. So finally, it will generate report which you could edit, delete after, or you could take it to your email.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah, Janika, please.
Thanks. As I also commented to team, I would consider also donors because, for example, in Ukraine, it's a project of Ministry of Internal Affairs, which has special program Polina, which is sponsored by international donors. So it's often not even governments, but like, I don't know, USAID, World Health Organizations, and special programs.
Thank you for suggesting. We will look for it.
Michael Puzrakov, please, your question.
So the question is, should the user have this software application or has this chatbot pre-installed in order to take notes and to report harassment, or can she or he install it later after the harassment has been? Yeah.
Yes, it's optional. So the chatbot which we developed is just a web application which could also be run on the phone, and also we have like app which you could which in future you can download. But if you will download app, it will be more functions like more consultations, and it will be more functional, but it's optional thing. Like. It could be a chatbot on web or messenger, and it could be like app.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Dear jury, do we have any more questions to Team Limpio? So, yeah, Andriy Mosklenko, please. And,
so one quick question. Yeah, one quick question. So about target audience, did you say about some like bullying cases in schools? So can you measure, for example, some different audience and, for example, different approaches to this system?
Yep. In our roadmap, we will firstly work with adults, and there are two different audience, like children's and adults, and there are different like methods how we will operate. Because from my background in Kazakhstan, we have already made a project among school students, and in school students, the person doesn't responsible for his action, and in schools there should be more attention to the parents and to the school administration, who should now faster and should react faster, because when the child feel harassment, if it will be reacted like instantly, the harassment will be end up at this point. So working with child is much more like complicated, but we want to experience our app to this market because we want really fight child harassment and abusement. It's one of the critical questions in any countries, like especially in Kazakhstan or Ukraine. So if you know that, like in Kazakhstan, we have like a very high rate of suicide, like top 5, and we also have some governmental organizations which are interested to some IT projects which could be implemented among childs.
Thank you, Team Limpio. A big round of applause to you for a great presentation. Really a great project, needed project right now. Thank you again. And I want to welcome Team Zanoza, team number 10, to pitch today. Are you here?
Yep.
Great. Please share your screen. Yeah, please share your screen if needed, and I will start the countdown. 3 minutes. Good luck.
Okay. We are Team Zanoza, and we will present you government education system. Our agenda is problem overview, service overview, platform roadmap, technologies, market competitors, research, possible risks, demo. Problem overview. The main problem that we want to resolve is that our country does not have a digital solution for centralized education, which could not only handle regular education processes like keeping students' diary and managing homework, but also calculate and accumulate statistics. You can see numbers of students of students all over our country and people in ministries that manipulate. It's only 11. Roadmap. We want to create a learning platform based on government educational plan and a bit customized by teachers. Also, automate checking students' works to simplify teachers' life and somehow remove corruption. Most grades will be assigned automatically. Our technologies, big data for our library and statistics, blockchain for securing our data, and artificial intelligence for automated evaluation of student works. Main difference with our competitors is that we have full digital educational platform instead of online diary and log visit services. Also, those services require payment from parents for each registered student against our free service. Also, we have ideas for some money income in private sector. About risks, there is only one possible risk, that government doesn't want changes. Not bad. And let's go to demo. We already created a few roles. It's a role admin that will create schools and education plans. It's like a government. We didn't have enough time to implement everything. Okay, I have one issue with I cannot share one screen. Another one, it's role admin school. He will fill up groups, add teachers to them, add students to our system, update semesters, and add some subjects for this special school or not. Another one window is teachers part. There is groups that the teacher have lessons, and he also can create quizzes. Also, these all pages will be updated in future. And the last one, it's a student page. There is quizzes. We can start do some quizzes, and also there will be a result of this quiz. Also, we have added a Telegram bot as a part of notification platform. We can get a schedule for Monday. And that's all. Some questions?
Team Zanoza, thank you. Slightly over the time, but you're finishing your presentation, so thank you again. We have the first question. Michael Puzrakov, you may start.
Okay, so you told that you're going to provide free service. So who is going to pay for the development, for the support, for the servers, and so on?
By government, because we want to give them all statistics, so it must be managed by country. For now. However, we have some to go in a private sector. give some advertisements in activity platform, like selling selling opportunities to show students some like programming courses or something like this, and from this will take money the school and our system to pay for notes and our whole platform.
So you are going to become the only provider for the government of this type of software?
To systemize everything. It's the main idea of our project. Like to make our country more digital. That's all.
Thank you, Sergey Belsky. Your question, please.
Yeah, I have a question, a small question. So as I know, we have an existing similar system called Naurok or something like that, because I have children and they do some homework and quizzes through this system. So my question is, what is your value of this system or difference between such existing system? Thank you.
Oh, this is a system of a private school? I have one little question.
No, public school. Naurok UA or something like that. It's like the name of this.
Near 1% of all, because need to pay. Not all parents want to pay for these opportunities, and the main features that you want to hear it's statistics for government and educational programs, like managing all educational programs for all schools. And we also, in Ukraine is a problem for managing schools, because they are managing by cities, not fully country. And there are not a possibility to take really great statistics. Only government now have nice statistics only for universities.
I disagree, because we have. I research several systems in our government. I have found some interesting things, and as an example, Naurok, the system is covered. So the system covered all our country, and we have the similar functionalities that you just showed us. So I think.
And it's only for
it's for free as well.
It's free and it's for schools. We want to manage our platform also to universities and create after that some pages when people can register and go to school by our functionality too.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, friends. Let's continue. We have 2 more questions. Not so much time. Yerema Hritsishin, please, your question.
So from perspective of integration, I didn't catch what exactly, what part of the process you would like to integrate on your side, and what system you would like to reuse. For example, like Google Classroom or like some, again, existing solutions for private schools. So do you want to like reinvent bicycle, or you want to like use as much as possible?
For first time, we want to use some Zoom integration. Yep. And also only 1% of all schools are private and use some systems like our, but our must be for full government. And mainly it. Yeah. Some.
What about Google Classroom? So they have pretty like a lot of relevant functionality.
Ourselves Google Classrooms by making base educational system by our government, and teachers can only update that. So they can put some little documents by themselves, only that. So all government will know how in country are learning people. Not only like private schools learn better, general schools learn worse. So we want to make everything clear and the same.
Okay, thank you for the answer. And last question, Andrei Mosklenko, please.
Yes, I also want to mention that most of school use Google Classroom, and so my question is, what's your advantage? So what's the main value of your program? If, for example, we can compare with Google, so is its expertise in something very deeply, some cases, so which these cases, or is when we compare this system and some other?
Yep, we want to add artificial intelligence for checking tasks that are writing our students, because now there are teachers can only give mark graduate by some by torture.
Creative?
Yeah, and we want to add some artificial intelligence for gradating those things. It's the main feature, and also will be a library for full country where will be all books, so people will not buy books every year for their child.
Okay, Team Zanoza, thank you. Thank you for great presentation and answers. And I want to welcome team number 11 to pitch today, Team Distant.Travel. Are you here?
Yeah. Hi, can you hear us?
Yeah, we can, and we can see your screen.
Great.
So good luck to you. 3
Let's
minutes.
start. So let me introduce our project, which is called Distant.Travel. So the recent pandemic made a hard impact on all of us, but the tourism industry suffered the most. Borders are generally closed now and likely might be closed again since the second wave of pandemic is highly plausible. So obviously nobody can travel and tourist market already dropped for 60%. Furthermore, the global economy entered the massive recession. That means that most of the people will be trying to save money and will not be eager to spend much on traveling. And here comes our concept of post-pandemic traveling. Using the modern technology, you can actually travel remotely. And that's what our service is. We are connecting the remote travelers with the local guides, allowing them to establish the most suitable conditions for the both parties, eliminating the closed borders regardless of travelers' health and age, staying safe at home, making the most affordable traveling ever without extra expenses on fuel or accommodation. With such approach, taking back at least 0.1% of the lost tourism market might give us $2 million revenue yearly. But what is especially important is the scalability of the idea, because it inclusively opens the world for the wider audience, such as elderly people, people with disabilities, while many cool places are simply not feasible or affordable target of travel for the most of the people. Therefore, here is our roadmap. We feel like it is possible to have an MVP in 1 month. During this hackathon, we created something like proof of concept and have huge plans for the future. Here we got this preliminary architecture, which is rooted in Azure, which we're familiar with. And let's go to the demo itself. So here how our login page look like now. So, and traveler connecting to our service can find the most suitable trip he like using, for instance, the dummy filter that we have. And when connecting to the local guide, he connects to the streaming experience and experience the live presentation of everything around. He can communicate with the guide and control his plan or adjust their plans. And being a guide himself for travel agencies, they can create the tours of their own. For instance, and providing some link. Let's have a dummy one for now. And creating the trip of its own, you can again connect to it and experience the local sightseeing and all the interesting places. So that's it for now.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Team Distant.Travel. Please stop sharing your screen and we can jump straight to the questions, and we have a bunch of them. So first was Sergey Belsky, so please start with your question.
Yeah, nice idea.
It was a disconnection. I'm here.
Yeah, I said nice idea. I just saw. So my question is how to taste dishes remotely. So it's it's not possible. So it was a
unfortunately at least now.
Yeah, but another question is about guides. So I should be like a professional guy from different local countries, or it's not important?
The guide might be anyone who like, actually, but the difference might be is that professional guides might want to take some fee from their services.
So as I understand correctly, everybody can use your system and can be like a guy who observe different location. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sergey. Michael Puzrakov, your question.
Yes, so as far as I understand, the guides will work for money. And the question is whether someone from the other side, the users, will pay for those kind of trips, and whether this fees would be sufficient for guides to make money out of it. So did you validate from the user side and the guides?
So there are two options for that. First of all, the guide might set the price himself, depending on his quality of services. And secondly, from our side, we might either get a % fee for his charge or use our platform for product placement and advertisement related for the traveling.
Okay, but will it be enough money for guides to make to do it as a job?
Okay, they set their own price. Therefore, if they decide on their own if the price is sufficient, we are not the one who mandated some price.
But maybe it will never work. So you will not get users that will pay the money that the guides are willing to get. So there would be a mismatch.
Okay, for now, as far as we see from our experience with people who has occupation in traveling, they say that they adore such system and they would be eager to try using it. But again, since it's like proof of concept, any idea has to be validated in the wild to know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for sure. Thank you for the question and for the answer. Sergey Kirill, please, your question.
Yeah, well, in fact, this kind of customized travel is already quite widespread. I remember about 10 years ago, I took a trip to Morocco, and I did it through an agency called Naturally Morocco, which is basically you're guided by locals who live in these kind of villages in the countryside, and they give you not a standard tour, but the kind of a local, from the standpoint of the local inhabitant tour. So the problem I see would be there's only one sense which is involved, which is your sight. So you're observing. Maybe it's an idea to add some other senses like special devices that you can purchase by internet, and which will spray some odor. Like to India, you can smell curry or something like that. This is one thing. The other question I have is I understand it's mainly urban based. Yeah, because if you want to go to countryside, is then the problem with connection, the internet, the coverage. So you would need to have at least 4G or 5G.
On the countryside.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, regarding the first question of further improvements and other kind of senses, the one primary idea that we have already is implementing the traveling experience through remotely controlled drones, which is highly hard to implement during hackathon, but this is the first point of diversification of the idea, because actually there is an experience which impossible to achieve right now without drones. For instance, you could use diving drones to get to the places nobody ever get before, and this is achievable using this approach. And regarding the internet, yes, that might be a problem, but it depends on a countryside, because well, I live a kind of countryside near the city, but we have a really good internet coverage here in Ukraine.
Thank you for the answer. Team Distant.Travel, I just want to ask you and remind you, don't try to interrupt the jury member while they're asking the question. Please listen carefully, then proceed with an answer. Thank you.
Excuse me.
And the last question from Andriy Mosklenko, please.
So really it's up-to-date idea, but I also want to have advice for you that maybe when today people will choose when they wanna travel, so they first time checked is it safety. So you can more emphasize on some cases of safety and some things what's quite important today for people. But question is how do you see first stages of promotion of your platform, because it's quite important how many people will be there inside, and so it's a question about trust, a question about cooperation.
Okay, so I think that there are early adopters like the beginner bloggers who trying to promote their content. That's first part. And the second part, using the advertisement, target advertisement for the existing traveling agencies which provide the actual guides and tours on the local sites. They might be pretty much well interested in having diversification of their business to going remote and to going on the web, because they suffer from obvious troubles.
Okay, thank you, Team Distant.Travel, for your great pitch and great presentation. Awesome idea is for me. So friends, we have 2 teams to pitch left. After the pitches, we will have one of the coolest parts, I think. We will have a short overview of the evaluation process of the final ideas. My colleague Orest will go through it in detail, so please not try to reconnect or leave the meeting after the next 2 pitches, because we will have this, really crucial part about how we will evaluate the winners. So that's a reminder. For now, I want to ask team number 12 to pitch today, Team Occult, to join us and tell me if you're here.
Yes, we're here.
Awesome. Please share your screen if needed, and 3 minutes. I'm starting the countdown, and good luck to you.
Yes, are you seeing the screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. So good idea, Jess. Let me introduce. My name is Roman Kirilluk. I'm team leader of the account team. So it's our team. So I tell you a short story. A few weeks ago, I came to refuel at the gas station, and I didn't want to get out of the car. So I signaled, but the dispatcher didn't hear me. This upset me. So I faced the problem, and I thought I'm having a good idea. I had started to clarify how to implement this idea. So I have researched a lot of info and was going to test a lot of sensors. I proposed to my friend, which has a drive cafe called Disco, that realized it. So a couple of days before the hackathon, we have started to create the algorithm of the drive cafe, which you could view in this slide. But in general, we have a model where the solution could be easily scaled up. It looks like this. So you can view a small demo video. It's from yesterday. So here we pinned the sensors. And the client, during his order is preparing, he can play short game, use the blinks. So I want to point the main pros to use this device and what is good this solution. So it's marketing with attracting attention and interactivity, which we can use in the public sector, wide application with contactless contact and easy integration into existing systems. So it's our nearest roadmap, and it's our global company's directions what we oriented. There are car washes, car cinemas, entertainment, gas stations. Else. So in the local market, we have already implemented the base in the Drive Cafe Lesko. You could test this soon and feel how it works, and else our potential clients, it's also McDrive Cafe. So it's small small details from the market size and about business model. We position ourselves as a product company with interactive strategy and implementation. Our hardware cost per one save device is $25 and B2 price will be $100. So our nearest plans is to develop our account device, like maybe USB stick, integrate with Azure and optional AI. Thank you. I'm ready to answer your question.
Thank you, Team Kolo. So, dear jury members, let's jump straight to the questions. Michael Puzrakov, you may ask a question.
Yes, can you provide several use cases how your hardware can be used? So I saw a game, but any other use cases of this?
So I believe one interesting case. We can create a shooter game like World of Tanks, but in real. We can include this device in each car, and this car will be fight against in the small area, and it will be really funny and interactive. So it's one. Else, it's when we can view example electricity station where we power the electrical car. So in this case, we have a problem to waiting when your car is charged, and we can stand these devices with laptops with ekrans, and the driver can spend your time funny, and it attractive attention.
Well, the only application is entertainment.
Please repeat. Could you repeat?
So the only application of your hardware is for entertainment purposes.
Not only for entertainment, but in the most cases, yes. Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Other questions for the Team Kolo? Oh, I see. So everyone pretty much understands everything. Okay, thank you. Oh no, we have one more question. Andrei Moskalenko, please.
One quick question. So we talk about cars, but so can it be, for example, for some taxis? So maybe not for drivers, for that who are near you, near driver, inside car. Driver. Inside car.
Or bicycles.
Yes, on bicycles, yes. we could try and implement this, but so I suppose this device could to use in hard production, like Promise Voice, maybe in the sea, like Mayak. I don't know how to say it, and I think we need to research more.
Okay, thank you, Team Kolo.
Right now we work on a current project on with our client, and we are going to implement this, test and get feedbacks from the clients, and from that we will see our way what we will do next.
Thank you, Team Kolo. A great presentation. Definitely will visit your spot on Luhanska Street. So you have the first customer and test subject. So once again. And I want to welcome our final team for the pitching, Team Kolo.Track. Are you here, guys?
Yes, we're here. Yes, we're here. Start interfering.
Yeah, start sharing your screen. I'm starting the countdown, and good luck.
Hi to everyone. Here's Vladislav Kovtun and probably the youngest team of this hackathon, Kolo.Track. We were united by the idea to support one of the most crucial groups for any critical times. It's our farmers. I have more than 6 years of experience in certified products trading, and during that time I've noticed 2 pain points for farmers. First one, they're good in growing but quite bad in paperwork. The second one, they're highly vulnerable from supply chain. The disappearance of only one trader can cut off completely the cash in for the whole village. So we decided to create an organizer that helps farmers to sell easier to retail and promote themselves to final customers. Here is a web page where a farmer can put information about himself with his certificates, keep his stocks and connect them with documents. From this screen, he can communicate with pre-arranged retails and negotiate the specific batch. For the next step, we plan to implement here the checklist so farmers always submit needed documents and retail can update their requirements easily online. Also, we develop a mobile application. When farmer arrives to the market, he places a QR code next to every batch. Every user can scan it to see who is the farmer, what certificates he has, and what quality documents he has for the specific batch of honey. Through this app, we also plan to develop local communities. If you like this farmer, you can check his neighbors, and if the farmer supports any local development in his village, you can easily contribute from this app. This solution we see as a quick response to COVID pandemic to help farmers. As a next step, we see 2 possible paths. One is a market solution, and the second one, compliance assistance solution. In the first option, we just dig deeply to purchasing process and make a mediator between farmers and retail, so it's do as the biggest part of the paperwork. In the second one, we plan to develop our project as ERP system specialized for certified farmers, which will implement compliance requirements in backend. In this option, farmers get their certificates easier and faster and can contact their buyers from Europe and US with standardized format from every country like India to Brazil. And since this morning, so now I'm live from the video. Since this morning, we proceeded on developing checklist for retail's requirements and possibility of supporting local initiatives. Important to notice that we have checked both our ideas for further development with the market. First part, we've checked with Ukrainian retailer consultant, who has confirmed us that particularly Russia and Ukraine can be interested in trying this idea. The second path, we have checked with 2 certification companies, the biggest one in Ukraine and Swiss-based company with offices all over the world. Both confirmed that standardized project data exchange would be significant for them in delivering the service to hard-to-reach farms. It can decrease their cost and increase the reliability of their service. Potentially, such soft can create new best practices for the food and feed quality evaluation that can be used by transnational companies, international traders, and top retailers for the specifically certified products. I really hope you still have energy for questions to me. I will be glad to answer. It was Kolo team. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for such a great and fast speech. It was really suitable for a final pitch. So we have a few questions already. Michael Puzrakov, you are first.
So thank you for the presentation. The idea of having a marketplace for small farmers is logical. So I wonder, are there no competitors really in Ukraine for this platform?
Yeah, basically it's not a platform at first stage because now since the COVID pandemic started, there were few new players, but the main pain point we see with working with farmers, it's the quality of product and traceability of product. So not every user believes that this person on the street selling really from farmer. In our soft, it's easily to track. So the first idea to have farmers to promote and show, okay, we are certified, we have documents for our product, and now you can check them. After we have enough operators in the system, definitely we can go to the marketplace, but more quality marketplace with more checked farmers.
I'll continue. So if there are other marketplaces, they can just add this certification information, and then there will be many competitors like your solution.
Yeah. At this stage, that's right, but we orient this part of solution we made, it's just to help farmers right now in COVID times, yeah. Our main ideas we plan to develop, they were in the end, yeah, is to create easy communication system between retailers and farmers, and also implement compliance requirements on the back end. So when farmers do their day-by-day work, their routine with papers, they automatically fulfill compliance for certificates. So it's the main values that software will bring to them.
Okay, thank you. Sergey Kirill, your question, please.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I wonder if actually the existing markets, and we have quite many of them in Lviv, for example, food markets, and their managers, their owners, who believe it or not, but who are also struggling to understand who is selling on their market. There are a lot of people they want to get rid of. There are people that are coming and selling some smuggled goods. So this kind of system will allow them to improve their image, the overall reputation with the city authorities, but also with the clientele when they get to sell real farmers, which bring stuff from the fields, but not the middle people or the people that are selling stuff at the very questionable quality. And the other client, of course, to look here for would be the city itself. In the city, we've been discussing for quite a long time, allocating spaces for so-called temporary markets. But here the question comes of having a kind of an association or a union. And that's my question, whether this platform or this solution can in fact trigger the creation of such a union where these farmers, for example, from the nearby villages can join, participate in that system, and then they use it, and the city will use it to make sure that only these farmers come to this location for a few hours or half a day, sell their stuff, and then take all this belongings back, and then this do it on the regular basis. So would you envisage this kind of a use of this application or this solution as well?
Indeed, and we already started to develop two special features here for community development. One of them is that every farmer that is registered in the system, he can indicate his local farmers from neighborhood. We can probably see it on the screen here. And if you like this farmer, his product, you probably would like to check also products from his neighbors. Another feature that we started to implement is to support local communities. From my experience of working with the farmers, usually farmers are really engines of developing villages and developing any social projects. They usually finance them. So we're basically helping them to collect money from people who like their product and to participate, to contribute to specific projects that are supported by farmers. So that's what can be useful for community development.
Thank you. Yerema Harzishin, your question.
Hi. So what will you specify as the two main features of your product that right now existing?
For right now, it's showing traceability of the product and showing reliability of the product with documents. Yeah, so every document can be checked. What we've seen on the market, when you ask sellers to show veterinary certificate for their cheese, it's not usually a case when they can do it. Yeah, so it's first two features for this step. For next development, they will definitely change, but previous development will stay at place.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vladislav. Do you have any more questions to the Team Kolo.Track? Klaus, please.
One quick question. How do you handle certification? You mentioned the word earlier when you said the platform guarantees that only certified farmers sell in a certain category. Who does the certification, or is there an independent authority for it or something?
It depends on the type of certification. So, for example, for organic certificates, they are independent, usually sometimes government, sometimes just enterprises, certification bodies, yeah, and we can collect this information directly from them to secure that specifically this operator is certified. Some kind of certifications are government certifications. So if government would like to participate and to secure their customers that those are really certified, we can also cooperate with them. So government can directly upload certificates to the user account. And in the system, we can show to users if the certificate was uploaded by the issuer of the certificate or it was uploaded just by the farmer. Basically, we already started to develop what I last said, yeah, the model of evaluating food and feed quality that based on analysis, on certificates, on actions, what will happen with the product, yeah, and in the end, it can become like a best practices for food and feed quality.
Yeah. If you're ready to go with it, it addresses a big problem here in the States too.
Yeah, basically, I was checking US and Germany market as one of the mains, and now they're starting to have this project like Walmart and IBM in US or Reve Group here with their banana suppliers. They're doing it, but they can do it only when they're big and they force their suppliers to fulfill those requirements. Yeah, we're trying to develop a useful tool for farmers that will help as ERP, but will have all these important functions on backend.
Right. Yes, that's what small farmers are struggling with. That's always the topic, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And we have time for one last question from Andriy Moskalenko.
So I really suppose that it's a very good idea, especially up to date when we talk about supporting locals. And of course, when we talk about some platform like B2B, so question is how to build trust. Yeah, and so who have to be the first on this platform. So it's some like a huge stores or some representatives from farmers. So how do you see how to build this trust on the early stage?
Yeah, basically the trust is one of the crucial points we're discussing, yeah, and it will depend not on who are in the system, but how the evaluating is based. And right now, the trust problem is not solved. So if operator would like to falsificate the document, he will just do it in paper and submit this paper in just in real. What we are doing is collecting more information about what is going with processes, making double check with other operators, yeah, and building a system of tracking if the system of quality check is coherent. And I see it as one of the most important for trust feature. But with documents, yeah, we have some solutions that like laboratories can upload documents directly, surveyors can upload documents directly. Later, we can introduce blockchain to secure the data are protected by algorithms. Yeah, there are many features, but this software can help it only with the time when system becomes bigger and more operators are in the system.
Thank you, Team Kolo.Track, for a great presentation. So you were the finalists. 13 teams already pitched. I want just to remind you all of the teams and their ideas we listened today. So Team Agreed Solution builds a platform for creating legal documents in real time. Team Bags, it's an app for tracking insulin levels in people with diabetes. Team Chatbot, recording spontaneous thoughts and structuring them in a diary. Team Distant.Travel, an online travel platform. Team Dance, platform for dancing, parties, and entertainment for people from all over the world. Team Kolo.Track, a solution that will help farmers to obtain appropriate certifications for business development. Team Limpio, a chatbot for psychological counseling. Team NetHope, a mobile app that contains the latest data on diseases in Ukraine. Team Occult, a device that identifies car headlights with the signals, replacing personal communication between businesses and customers. Team Right Now, a taxi service that connects drivers and passengers in real time. Team SafeMenu, a chatbot for generating menus for restaurants. Team Thermal Camera, a device for automatic temperature measurement. And Team Zanosa, a solution for systematizing the state platform for schools and universities. Those were the 13 final ideas, solutions, and teams that we're pitching today. In a few moments, we will go to a voting chamber, let's call it like that, where the jury will define who are the winners of the Hack the New World Hackathon. But before that, for all of you to understand the evaluation process in more detail, I want to ask Orest Furhala, one of the organizers, to unmute himself and describe to us how the evaluation will look like.
Thanks for the introduction, Miroslav. Teams, many thanks for your pitches. I must say I watched the videos earlier and heard to your pitches now, and they have become even better. So thank you for keeping on working and improving your ideas, developing your projects. And just to give you an overview of how the process will look like. You already have mentioned, those of you who are idea owners probably received emails that your ideas were moved to a separate stream. We have created the stream for judges to complete the voting. So now the judges will vote. Judges may vote for multiple ideas, and when choosing the winner, we will consider the scores judges gave as well as the number of votes for each idea. So if all ideas have equal number of votes, say there are certain ideas and certain judges voted for all of them, we will consider the average score. If some ideas receive much more votes, then average scores will be a secondary criterion. For example, if one idea gets a high score with only one vote, and the other idea gets lower score from multiple voters, the second idea is the winner. So after the judges will complete the voting, we will invite you all to a call and we'll show you the results. So thank you and stay tuned.
Thank you, Orest. So pretty much that's it, guys. We're going for a short break, not so short, but not too big, like a half an hour or a few minutes more for the jury members to decide with the voting, with our final decision. And in a few moments, we will come back in a new call. You will see all the announcements in the MS Teams, and also you may watch us at IT Arena website on a specific link to the YouTube. So stay tuned. We are going to go back soon, and we will announce who are the winners for the Hack the New World Hackathon today. So see you in a few moments, and bye-bye for now.